the latest on Michael Hurley? Has he been in the club this morning?
Yeah, he's obviously done a minor hamstring, but yeah, he'll get prepared for coming back in 2 or 3 weeks' time. I actually haven't heard the results of the scan, but yeah, from what I heard on the weekend, that it was very minor.
How big a deal is that though to lose him at this point in the season?
It's always disappointing to lose key players like that with Stu Cramley last week and now Hurls, and yeah, it's unfortunate, but now it gives an opportunity to other players to come in and play their role for the side.
Do you worry about his hammy? Because he's had problems with it before this year, hasn't he?
Oh no, it's a different hammy, and yeah, it's just something that happens to players throughout the season. Obviously, you get fatigued, and unfortunately, soft tissue injuries happen all over the AFL, and we just have to deal with that and keep moving on.
Who do you think will step up?
Yeah, it's pretty hard to say at the moment. Obviously, the VFL played a game yesterday, and yeah, Tom Belchames could go forward, or even Scott Gumbleton maybe, depending on how he went yesterday and how he pulled up after the game.
Will that be part of the restructure? Do you think moving one of those, maybe Paddy Ryder spends more time forward, Tom comes in?
Yeah, possibly. I'm not really sure. I'll leave that to the coaches. It's obviously a hard decision to make, but we're pretty fortunate in that we have a few tall guys to come into the side and hopefully replace them. But the most important thing is they come in and play their role and yeah, play it to the best of their ability.
What was the main problem on Saturday night, do you think?
Oh, we were disappointing throughout the whole night, I think. Unfortunately, we didn't stick to our structures and play our roles as a team. And yeah, St Kilda really come and hunted us, and it was a credit to them. But yeah, we got a lot of areas of improvement, and yeah, we got to go back to defending the way we have earlier on in the year. And I think that will be the basis of our game.
You got a pretty difficult, tough run home for the rest of the season. Collingwood, Carlton, Adelaide. How are you preparing for that?
Yeah, we haven't really looked too far forward, and it's probably an old cliche, but we are looking just to this week. We need to improve on last week, and yeah, we're looking forward to going over and playing Port Adelaide. They're a good, strong side inside the contest, so we're going to be up for the game in that sort of aspect. And yeah, we just got to really go back and focus on the areas that we can get better in.
You were pretty angry really early on in that game on Saturday night when you came to the bench. Was that feeling during the game early that something wasn't quite right?
No, I thought we played the game at the start of the game pretty well. We really took it to them, and we just couldn't convert in the first quarter. But yeah, I don't know whether I was angry when I first come off. I can't really remember. But you always go through ups and downs during a game, and it might have seen a little bit of frustration in there. But I just tried to get back out there and play my role for the side.
Brent, when's the review, and what do you think the main focus will be on?
Yeah, we got the review after this, and I think the main focus will be on just the basic aspects of our game, and that's our defence and just playing our role for the side. We maybe went away from our structures, and yeah, St Kilda really took the game to us, and we just got to keep on improving in those areas that I just said.
Do you see Port Adelaide a little bit like Essendon, you know, a new coach in certain things, a bit like, you know, Hurdy, you know, when Hurd came in here, you know, Primus has come in, a fresh look at.
Yeah, we played them in earlier on in the year, and they really took it to us inside the contest, and we've got to take care of that again. And contested footy and our defensive side of the game is what we're going to really base our game on this week. I think after the review today, that's going to be the main points that we really train this week, and hopefully go out there on Saturday and stick to those roles and structures that we talk about week in, week out.
What did you think about the Heath Hocking hit on Hayes?
Yeah, I haven't seen it, so it's pretty hard to comment. But yeah, from what I know, yeah, obviously Lenny went down, but after the game he said there wasn't too much in it, so that's all I can really comment on.
What about the different jumper? It's obviously copped a bit of flack during and after the game. What did you guys think of it out on the ground? Obviously the umpires in grey shorts. How did it all go down?
Yeah, I didn't really notice too much. Obviously out there, and you don't blame the jumper for the way we performed. It's just it's something that the AFL wanted us to do, and yeah, we went out there and you didn't really take too much notice. We can't blame the jumper for the way we played.
Do you like the jumper?
Yeah, it's a good concept, and to have all the premiership players on there and something a little bit different, it's exciting. Yeah, we're in negotiations at the moment, but we're getting pretty close, and yeah, that's. Yeah, it's a fantastic football club and enjoying my time here, but yeah, we're working through it, and hopefully we get a deal done soon. As I said, I love this football club, and I'm here to play this week, and that's all I'm focusing on.
Just another issue out of the weekend was the pitch invaders. Did you notice them at all? Or
No, I had no idea. The only time I noticed is when they actually escorted him off. So, yeah, he was pretty close behind me, but yeah, we didn't really take too much notice of that.
no concern how easy the lady might have got on the ground at all?
Yeah, I haven't actually seen any of it, to be honest, so it's pretty hard to comment on that sort of stuff.
Are you finding you're attracting sort of more heavy tags and more defensive attention after you've had, a good run of form earlier in the season?
I think it's just the natural cause of the game. I suppose you're out there to play your role, and I'm probably sounding pretty repetitive, but you're throwing different roles throughout the season, and you got to just stick to that sort of structure. And if you have extra attention, you just stick to your own game and try and work through it as hard and the best possible you can.
Scott Gumbleton's obviously been through a bit. Are you looking forward to perhaps seeing him back in the side?
Yeah, he's had a long journey, and hopefully he could possibly get a game. As I said, we're not sure how he pulled up from yesterday, but he hasn't played a lot of footy, but it's pretty exciting for Scott to finally be back out there and playing footy again.
And Dean Wallace, what's it like having him back on the bench?
Yeah, Dean's a pivotal part of this football club, and it was good to see him back on the bench and controlling things down there.
Just on the interstate record, you've won, I think, 3 this year. It probably hasn't been that way the last couple of years. Has anything changed, or do you go over this week with a bit of extra confidence given that run?
Yeah, nothing's majorly changed. I think we're adapting, and the side's really maturing in the way that we travel interstate, and it's a credit to the players and the coaching staff and the fitness staff, the way that they prepare us. We're going over there and we're feeling pretty good about ourselves, and yeah, the confidence maybe is a little bit higher as we have won 3 out of 3 this year, but we've got to focus on just the individual game and hopefully come away with the win.
Some say your chances of a top 4 finish have gone after Saturday night. Is that still a realistic goal for this group, do you think?
Oh, I know you're probably going to hate me, but it is getting pretty repetitive. But as I said, we've just come off a pretty disappointing loss, and we've got to focus just on this week, whether we finish top 4 or top 8 or out of the finals. We haven't really focused on it, we haven't spoken about it, but Port Adelaide are a tough opponent, and we just got to focus on this week.